Use the right lane to take the ramp to I-85 North.
Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. So I looked it up. I can find it for Virginia and North Carolina, which I'm good for. I would have been good for. Couldn't find it for South Carolina, so I called them, their permitting department.
Use the right lane to take the ramp to I-85 North.
And she said, being that I have 2 units, I cannot travel in South Carolina. I don't know where I left off before I was so rudely interrupted. Anyway, where did I leave off? Anyway, I don't know. It's 2. I ended up getting loaded with 2 supposed to be 20-foot roll-offs, 20 foot apiece, right? Lower deck's 44 foot. I think I covered all this already. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, I had 3 foot of overhang on the lower deck. So it was 47 feet overall. So I wasn't quite sure on the overhang rules on the East Coast, or the East Coast states. So I called, or I looked up, I found Virginia, I found North Carolina, I was good. Called South Carolina because I couldn't find anything on them in the books or online. So I called South Carolina and they said, that's a big negative. No, absolutely no overhang if it's 2 pieces. I was like, okay, so you can overhang 1 piece, but you can't overhang 2 pieces. She said, yes, let me explain it to you like this. She said, imagine you're carrying a beam, 1 beam. You can overhang and permit 1 beam that overhangs. But if you're carrying 2 beams and the second beam overhangs, you cannot get a permit. You cannot run that through South Carolina, period. In a store. I was like, okay, good to know. So I went back over and talked with the guys with the forklift, and I was like, hey, change of plans. Let's take that very first one and put it up on the step deck. So it's sitting up on the step deck like this. And then we scooted the second one up. So now I'm legal. I have absolutely no overhang. So, but in the process, while I was there, when I pulled up, I started hearing a rattling. And I was like, oh no. And it was coming from under the hood, obviously. So I started freaking out a little bit, because man, this year has not been my year at all. And I raised the hood. You know, it sounded like it was coming from the passenger side, so I was thinking, okay, surely this brand new turbo isn't going out again. So I walked over there, couldn't hear anything. Walked back to the driver's side, couldn't hear anything. It had stopped. And then the guy come over to talk to me about the load, and I heard it. It started back up again. Did it for about 5 seconds and then stopped. So I started looking. I was like, nah, that's on the driver's side, and it's somewhere I could hear in between the belt, or in between the engine and the fan. I was thinking maybe fan clutch for a minute. And so I sat there and watched it for a minute, and it started doing it again. And whenever it does it, or whenever it made that sound, the idler pulley in between the AC compressor and the fuel pump would shake. So I was like, that's it. So I turned the motor off, got a 1/2 inch ratchet, pulled on the tensioner pulley, and then messed with the idler pulley. And there wasn't no shake or anything in it, but I looked on the backside, and you could see there was a bigger gap at the top than there was at the bottom. And when you spin it, you could see the bearings inside kind of wobbling around. So I was like, son of a bitch. So now I am trekking it 10 miles back up the road, out of my way, to run up to Freightliner. I called them, they have one in stock. He put his hands on it. So I gotta go pick that up and change that out real quick. Luckily, it's not that hard of a fix. It's loosen up the tensioner pulley, pop that belt off real quick. I think it's a 9/16 bolt is what it looked like. And loosen that, pop the pulley off, put the new pulley on, put the belt back on, shrug it on down the road. We'll make it to Somerville tonight, and be ready to unload in the morning. It's 380 miles, paying $1,200 bucks. So that's what? That's $4 a mile. Divided by 380. No, 315 a mile, I'm sorry. So it's not bad. And the other, I mean, we were planning on, I mean, the plan, well, I say the plan was, we were either going to sit tonight and get a good load in the morning, because there was some good loads on the board. We were going to go ahead and book a load for in the morning. Or we could make a little money this evening, still be in a good spot, you know, and book out tomorrow. Or we might end up just booking a load tomorrow to get me to a drop Friday morning, and then booking somewhat of a long haul over the weekend. So anyway, I've talked long enough. I'll insert a picture. It's like I said, it's just 2 roll-offs, nothing fancy. Had to be chained down, couldn't be strapped, because they got covers over the top of them. So 14,000 pounds. So not that bad, not that bad. Anyway, well, I'll let y'all here shortly. I might film the swap on the idler pulley. But anyway, later guys. What's going on? Try to get this swapped out real quick so I can get back on the road. Tell you what, I'm gonna do away with that breaker bar. Put a ratchet on real quick. Son of a bitch. Thought I hit the record button and I didn't. I got it swapped out real quick. It takes all of about 3 minutes, basically. Here. So this just takes a 1/2 inch drive. For you, those of y'all that aren't real mechanically inclined, this could help you out. And this is pretty much with any vehicle. 1/2 inch drive here. This is called a tensioner pulley. You just take your 1/2 inch drive, push it that way, or whichever way your tensioner pulley moves. Pull the belt off, loosen the bolt right here, pull the old one off, slap the new one on, tighten it back up. Put your 1/2 inch drive back in, push it, put your belt on, and then just make sure your belt's lined up properly. And in these ribs, these little grooves. And then the belt runs to the inside here and to the inside of that tensioner pulley. And that's pretty much it. So time to get back on the road. We're done. That's taken care of. Hopefully no other issues. I don't know if y'all can see them. That the load. It's nothing extravagant. So anyway, we'll holler at y'all later. I don't even know if y'all can see. GoPros suck at night. iPhones are really good, but the GoPros are horrible at filming at night. But we'll holler at y'all in a minute. So technically I could have got by without fixing that. All I had to do was pull that belt off. I don't need AC right now. Don't quote me on this, I may be wrong, but I believe the fuel pump spun by the bull gear in the front of the motor, and then the fuel pump spins the compressor, the AC compressor. Like I said, I might be wrong on that. I don't remember quite exactly which gear, but I know the fuel pump spun by the gear in the front of the motor. And I'm pretty sure it's the bull gear. If it's not the bull gear, it's a secondary gear off the bull gear. But I need to get a new light. I got some LEDs going out. All I would have had to do was, you know, pop the belt off and then go on down the road until I found a Freightliner or Kenworth or Peterbilt or Rush Truck Centers or Mack, Volvo. Dang it, Dale, stop! It's gonna give me a seizure. And found a idler pulley, and then replaced it. But I'm kind of I'm one of those people that if I know it's going bad, if I know it's bad or going bad, I'd just rather change it and get it out of the way. And like I said, Freightliner was 10 miles up the road. They had one in hand, so, and it's a 5-minute fix. So it put me behind 30 minutes basically, but I still got plenty of drive time to get there tonight or this evening. It's I think it's only like 4:45 and it's already completely dark over here. So anyway, we'll holler at y'all later. We can get on down the road. See y'all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. We made it. Time to get this one unloaded and get another load. Keep it rolling so you can see it during the day. Anyway, I'm gonna get all these chains off and then they'll get us unloaded. Be good to go. There's a Flying J like a mile down the road, so we'll stop in there for just a minute and then hopefully find something else.
I don't wanna feel it. Yeah. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. Ooh. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more, she hit me say you quit or she dipping. Yeah, yeah. I don't want pain no more. I don't want no more pain. I ain't gon' see no way. Look at that with no pain. See the rain coming down, but it is not purple today. Came a long way from stacking and rolling that change. And all I ever wanted was some real love. Then I iced it on my heart, I watched it build up. My bro, he stayed with Tuesday, Bob to build up. And I feel like inside, don't wanna feel it. Yeah. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. Ooh, I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference.
And we're done. I'm gonna get my paperwork signed and get up out of here. I gotta take care of some business at the truck stop. I had some sausage and eggs this morning. Anyway, we're fixing to get out of here, so we'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.